Hello everybody, welcome back. I am TheChornick, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go over Black Ops 3, the world reveal trailer, and we're going to talk about all that we know about it so far. And we'll make all of our theories and assumptions and speculation about it here in this video. Mainly we're going to go over the trailer and what we've seen from there, and we're going to learn from what we have so far, and we're going to try to think and discuss and speculate what we think this will actually turn out to be like, this game, what this game will actually be like. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the trailer, the world reveal trailer, and from this trailer, it looks to me like it would be like Advanced Warfare 2 game, because just because of the look of it, and it looks like there's a lot of exo movements in it, like Advanced Warfare really had, and it all has this all about the future technology kind of deal, and it really stressed upon that. Now the thing is, Treyarch said that this game was nothing like Advanced Warfare, and more had a traditional COD feel instead of a new like EXO Advanced Warfare deal. They want to move back to the roots of Call of Duty and make it feel more of a traditional COD game. They said that they're actually adding more gore in this, and for the past couple COD games, they've removed the gore because of young players and all that stuff that would play this game. However, they're gonna go back to adding gore and blood and all that good stuff back into the game, and I think that's awesome. I really like that they're doing that, and that's terrific. However, this game just looks a lot like Advanced Warfare, and that's what a lot of people are worried about. But Treyarch has said that, hey, there's not any exo jumps, but there's thrust jumps where it gives you a little boost jump. There's wall climbing, which looks really sweet, but that's only going to last for a short period of time before you probably are having to stop wall climbing. I mean, they won't let you just climb over like the wall for like ever. But there's all sorts of movements like that that are really unique and really bring out the technology and stuff for this next game. From the trailer, I don't know if this is actually really in-game footage that we see here. I really don't know if that's actually in-game footage, but if it has that kind of, if it really is in-game footage, then we could see what the kind of the plot is going to be like. However, I do not actually really speculate on what the plot is going to be, because it's mainly just showing a bunch of like different technology uses of technology weapons and all that stuff being used and utilized within this trailer, and I don't really see anything else in terms of plot or story wise. It's more just showing off some of the game's mechanics and the game's like weaponry and artillery and all that good stuff, and all the different aspects of what this game could provide, and that's all I kind of really saw in this trailer. Now, the one thing that it really stressed on and really emphasized and showed was that all these different like arm robotic perks that it showed within this trailer. Like, one was you could summon like Hunger Game bees. Another one was like your arm turns into a death machine. Another one was like you could use as a teleporter. Another one was like spears looking things that you could like shoot down and like blow people up and stuff. Another one was like a rocket, and another one was like a force push, and there's a few others, and I believe that these perks may be implemented into the multiplayer as well, and that you may actually choose one before each game. You could choose which kill streak that you want to have before each game starts, so you could actually have the potential to have a new one every single game. But a lot of people are actually worried about this, and they believe that Treyarch hasn't really worked it out as much, and that this is just gonna be a problem, and then like one of these perks is just gonna be too much for the game. It's gonna be overpowered and all that good stuff. However, we should also take into consideration that Treyarch had 2 to 3 years to work on this game. I believe by now they would have handled it pretty well. I mean, they had 2 or 3 years to work on it. I think they know how it works out, and I believe they do know how that it's going to work out. But anyway, there is that alpha and beta version. In beta version, if you pre-order the game, you will be able to receive early for free and test out the game for yourself, and I think that's a great idea by Treyarch. To see what players like and what they dislike, and if and add and take away from the game if certain problems or arise or whatever. And I think that's a really good idea by Treyarch, even though it's only a few months before the game's release, so I don't know how they could really add or take away as much as they could if they maybe have the beta version a little earlier. But you know, at least they're taking that into consideration. I think that's a really good idea by them. But anyway, guys, now we're going to talk about the 3 game modes. Yes, we have the multiplayer, we have the campaign, and of course, we have the zombies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah! So anyway, let's delve right into this, and first we're going to talk about the multiplayer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the multiplayer, Treyarch has announced that the multiplayer is going to have all sorts of various maps. We're going to have small maps, we're going to have medium maps, we're going to have large maps. Yes, we're going to have all sorts of maps, and they're going to be built from the ground up, and none of the maps are apparently going to look the same. They're all going to be way different from each other. They're going to look all way different from each other. And some of these large maps, if they actually say they're going to be really, really large, I hope, I know this is a personal, you know, want of mine, is that they bring the game mode back called War from World at War. That multiplayer game mode, honestly, I love that game mode. I just loved it so much. I hope they bring it back, but, you know, even though it's not very likely, I still hope for it if they're adding huge maps in the next game. But yes, these new maps are apparently having various routes you can take. Usually most maps have just 3 routes you can go, you know, left side, right side, and middle. However, in this game they say it's more of an arena-like map in which you can just take various paths, various ways to go around the map, and so no one really knows exactly which way is the best way. You know, like, there's just so many ways you can take, and there's so many ways, like, so the enemy team can't really decide which way you're coming from, because, like, there's just so many ways you could go, and it's more of an arena circular map, I'm guessing. But it's really unique, I guess you can say. But this is all supposed to feel like traditional COD, and you know, with the beta and alpha players, they can actually see this game before and actually decide if it's good or not. And Treyarch could probably move on from there and decide what they're going to do. Now, ladies and gents, we're going to talk about the campaign real fast. And the first thing we can see from the trailer is that I don't really see any clear plot that it's showing us at the moment. But it seems that it's going to be humans versus technology. That it's going to be, you know, to the point where, you know, robots take over the world, you know, or trying to take over the world and all that good stuff. You know, the Treyarch has really emphasized in their trailers about, you know, how far are we pushing technology to the point where it might actually push back. When will that be? And they're really interested on the subject, and that seems where the story is going to come from. But yeah, we might have, you know, Mason, that character in it. We might have all these other characters. It seems like there's a girl and another, like, 2 guys, if you see the trailer. But yes, these seem to be the main 4 characters. But in these missions and maps, they're like the multiplayer, or like more arena-ish in an area, a lot expansive area maps and missions, in which you could take various routes in order to complete the campaign mission. Which is interesting and nice too. So you don't have one strategic path, you know, one set thing that you know, Treyarch sets for you, one set goal and one set path that you have to take this road and da da da. You understand what I'm saying? But you know, I understand, and that's really, I think that's really good by them. But one big thing that really stuck out to me about what they said about the campaign is that they're bringing back co-op for the campaign. That, you know, is now up to 4 players, and this was also in World at War, and they're bringing this back from World at War, is that we can now have 4 players, and you could even have customizable classes for each mission. So that means you don't have to have like a set loadout, you know, specific for each map. For each mission, they'll give you, they're able to customize your own class for each mission. So it's kind of like its own multiplayer kind of feel to it. Even moreover, because now you could even customize your classes, unlike you had in World at War. So that's really, really unique in my opinion. So yeah, that's great. I hope the campaign, they said they're working on the campaign a lot, and they're really trying to make the campaign the best it can be. So I really appreciate that, because the campaign in itself is supposed to be the main part of the game. Finally, last but certainly not the least, ladies and gentlemen, we got the zombies. Oh yeah, we have the zombies. And 2 things I like to point out is that during the trailer we got only a snippet of the zombies, and 2 things I like to point out. One thing is that the zombie that was showcased, you know, ripping apart all that wood, he was actually wearing this German outfit, which makes me wonder, are they going back to Nazi zombies? So are they going back into the past for the zombies, but they're going into the future for the multiplayer and the campaign, is what it seems. But if you also take a look at the zombie's eyes, now the zombie's eyes are yellow, which I believe that means that Samantha is in control of the zombies, as in the zombies in, you know, Black Ops 2 had blue eyes, and Richtofen was in the control of the zombies in Black Ops 2, and so this really makes me think, oh, like, whoa, 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 Samantha, she's in control of the zombies. Either Samantha won, or, you know, or that they're just going back into the past and they're showing more of the story back then, you know, when Samantha was in control of the zombies. However, they're not actually showing the original characters. They're actually going to have a brand new, you know, cast, a whole new brand new 4 players, a whole new brand new characters, which kind of makes me mad because I really want the old original characters back. However, like, I understand that you don't want, you know, repetitiveness with the same characters, but I believe that they still should go back and show more of their story. However, their story might be over. You know, what actually happened to them, though? You know, are they still on the moon? You know, are they stuck up there forever? Is their story over? You know, and all these new characters, you know, they have their own stories, and they're supposed to continue the plot. You know, is you know, Richtofen, Takeo, Dempsey, and, you know, all of them, is their story over and only Samantha is continuing it with these other characters? You know, which is kind of sad, but honestly, I guess I could see where they're going there. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something, got some info out of this. I really appreciate you guys for watching this. I love you all. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll obviously post a lot more when more information comes out about this game. But thanks, guys, for watching. I highly appreciate you. Well, peace out. Thank you very much.